Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken, or The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, is licensed and produced by Studios 8-Bit, Crunchyroll, Funimation, and Muse Communication. Based on the works by Fuse. Please support the official release. Hello, YouTube, Jack here with more Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken, Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2, Episode 18. And the last time, we had Rimuru preparing to move out with his, well, basically his entire army, with large-scale teleportation spell that Raphael's Tensei came up with on the spot. Somehow, well, not quite on the spot, but my take here is that she kind of figured that it would be needed, so started developing it at some point. But, you know, time scale wise, still pretty much on the spot, I think, compared to how long something like this should take to pull off. And yes, that as well as Rimuru basically going to barge in on the Walpurgis night meeting thing with the other demon lords. Stuffs like that with, you know, Shion and Ranga, while Diablo is gonna be on his way to the kingdom with Yom to overthrow that, although that wasn't really the development of the recent episode. So my hope for this episode would be we're gonna get some fighting done, because, well, last episodes were kind of political discourse more or less, which, personally speaking, I don't have a problem with, because it is a huge part of the show to iron these things out. Like, you know, fighting, yes, but also the whole, you know, rebuilding a society of monsters, which is a not insignificant part of its appeal, and thus, well, I don't mind this episode, but they're kind of, you know, their reactions aren't the most entertaining, I'm afraid, so hoping here for some action. And yeah, with all that said, let's get into this episode, shall we? Moving over here. Yep. And the 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you weren't paying attention whatsoever, were you? He's so awesome, I love it. I mean, I love how he, like, has this personality and also genuinely has Rimuru's back throughout all of this. No! Diablo! Goodbye for now. Did you just dismiss him like that, kinda? Well, let's hope it isn't too easy. Nope, there he is again. The Demon Lords. Alright, this guy. I completely forgot about his part in the previous episode. Oh no. Such a powerful impact you had. Oh yeah, and they evacuated all the people. No? Does he not? No? Hook, line, and sinker. Ah, it's so nice to finally be up on him and something like that. Ah, yeah, good luck with that. No, of course not. Not from you, of all people. By that you mean literally someone else's power, right? Given both your standing as the villain of the show so far, as well as having just fallen for this line, hook, line, and sinker. This lie, I mean. It's kind of gonna be fun to see you not win at all. My, aren't they on good terms? And so now you know. She's brought like along all the outfits. Wow. Damn! No betrayals, please! Oh, that just makes it all the worse! That's a... She doesn't exactly look mind-controlled herself. Which sort of gives me the impression that she might be cooperating with Clayman more out of, you know, pressure, blackmail, whatever along those lines. Damn, you're making this really symbolic with those things slipping off, don't you? Milim, I feel like, would never miss Clayman just standing behind one of those pillars. God damn, that caught me off guard. Wow. Sorry. No, sorry, like, a mad cackling just out of nowhere. Now she agreed to go along with it. Damn, it's uncharacteristic of him. Well, also not like any of this would actually really, you know, hurt Milim. Oh, damn, he's a little bit too full of himself there. Are you not? I'm sorry, the cackling just gets me so off guard. He's like, had 1.5 seasons of being the composed puppet master, and now we have this. Didn't she, like, have a title like that already, or whatever? Like, not that I would know, but is there anyone disputing the claim? Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure most people are gonna enjoy him not being long around. Leon, hi. Like, the whole thing with these fancy eyes palettes you got there, so that's not his. What I want to say about, like, freaking Clayman is, you're just making yourself more enemies by pretending that you have control over them, which will inevitably backfire at some point. That's a lot of, like, demons, is it? I suppose that's, like, in reference to his hair? There he is, at long last! Okay. I was gonna say, like, from way back in season 1, opening 1, but okay. I don't think that would help a lot given the circumstances. Okay, that's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Literally living like a windowless room thingy with a blizzard going on outside. Well, I'd be too around you. Damn. I suppose, like, balance between the powerful people in charge is generally very important, so just casually overthrowing all that, you know, ripple effect. Butterfly effect? Whatever. You know, more impressive than this windowless room is his ability to drink without actually consuming any of the liquid. Oh, of course. Much unlike Clayman himself. So Rimuru isn't the only one. Damn! So this dude be a lot stronger than Leon himself. I mean, I could say that he's sort of like, at least age-wise, on the same level as Milim, or older, so I don't know how... Sup, new person? So this is her place then? But also, very exposition instruction. Damn smooth, motherfucker. Younger brother, yeah. I suppose that says a lot about her power then. I mean, I assume this whole like ice thing is probably more to her place than his. Damn, even his spies got fooled. What a cliche power story, though. I feel like they are not fully buying into the story. Damn! Being spot on, eh? Oh. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, because he's suppressing it! Or some nice leathery sound. Which, given the fact that the seat is made out of ice, means that like those were his pants. Or whatever. So and I now have this mental image of him wearing like super tight leather pants. And I want to get it out of my head. So he's still doing the summoning thing, eh? Yeah, no way, right? That said, he is quite well informed, is he not? Yeah, you know, the whole dragon's eye and whatnot thing. Yeah. Probably Yuki then. Oh. Hmm? Could it actually be like the merchant that Rimuru befriended, but that guy wouldn't, like, you know... Yeah. You know, he wouldn't sell out Rimuru or information like that, I think. It's really interesting to get some insight into Leon's motivations of all things. Since we don't really know anything of him other than the fact that he, you know, is kind of responsible for Shizu's torment. Yes? No. That... I don't buy that excuse, because obviously Demon Lord's gonna be there, so why would you even have considered in the first place? If that was your reason. A toast. Oh hey, the blizzard stopped. Next time. The signal to begin the banquet. Damn. So I want to see real quick, like when Leon entered, I'm pretty sure they dropped his name. And I just didn't catch it. So there, Ice Palace thingy. Lord of Darkness. Demon Lord Guy Crimson. Well, Guy Crimson, but they just pronounced it. Guy Crimson, which is interesting. We bear a message. Okay, so the darkness thing referred to Guy Crimson then. Again, Lord of Darkness. Okay, yeah, Lord of Darkness, comma, Demon Lord Guy Crimson, comma, we bear a message. Great, so he is the Lord of Darkness, which is, you know, quite the imposing title, I suppose, in a world where I think many people would like to claim a title like that. Demon Lord Leon Cromwell has arrived. So yeah, that would be Guy Crimson, the Platinum Devil. Yeah, I got it initially wrong because I thought the Lord of Darkness was referring to Leon, and then he called him Platinum Devil. So I was like, has he just multiple nicknames? But I guess that isn't the case. And for that matter, let's see the Ice Dragon. Oh wow, she has an Ara entrance. I didn't even notice. But so like that, the way Leon introduces her is just a little bit on the very cliche side. Like that's the one thing that's bothering me. One of only 4 true dragons in existence. The White Ice Dragon Velzard, Empress of Ice. Sweet. Okay, so that's Velzard, the elder sister of Veldora. I'm curious whether those like names include references to Ice and Storm respectively somehow. I'm not gonna try to figure that one out. Yeah, so again, like she's Guy's partner. And like yeah, they kind of hate each other, which is fine, I suppose, for whatever reason. You know, are you jealous of my partner? You know, if she's your partner in whatever sense that might be, then you really shouldn't be going around trying to seducing other demon lords. Again, he also very casually mentioned the fact that he could change his appearance into that of a woman, which... Like, I don't know what the exact implications here are, but it certainly makes him seem powerful if he can just offhand remark the fact that his physical appearance is purely by choice. But yeah, once again, we have an episode that was mostly people sitting or standing and talking, which is... It's amazing that these episodes are so goddamn intriguing when that's all that is happening, when you think about it. I love especially the contrast here between Leon and Clayman. Clayman hears that the army was wiped out because Veldora got... Well, not resurrected, but freed. You know, the seal was broken, and so Veldora was on the lows. The army was just a casualty of that. Casualty or casualty? I'm actually not sure. Because damn, that's bothering me right now. Casualty. War casualty? Casualty. Okay, so there isn't even like a separate line. I got it wrong anyway. Whatever, I'm just not gonna say the word anymore. Yeah, the army got wiped out as a result of Veldora being free, and Clayman fully bought into that because, you know, he looks down on Limador. So perfect excuse right there to, you know, sneer a little bit at him for this whole debacle of, like, you know, wiping out his plan to become a true Demon Lord. Meanwhile, Leon over here got the same misinformation, which, you know, that's the entire point of the misinformation campaign, if you will. But he's doubting it because, like, he's got the whole theory about why did Veldora disappear in the first place? He got, like, you know, hyperspace thingy sucked in. And perhaps that was Rimuru. He also knows that Rimuru was involved with the Otherworlders, the summons. And shenanigans like that. It's also curious, like, that Leon was apparently planning to take them in his care, which I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably very much intentional. The thing is, again, we only know him as the boogeyman of Shizu's story. Because he, he summoned her in the first place, he put Ifrit into her, and he kinda used her very much so. Yet, this episode, he didn't come across as, how should I say this, laughably evil. Which again, very nice contrast to Clayman, who is literally just bursting out cackling with like his eyes going bloodshot because he gets to like kick Milim around a little bit. I'm gonna get back to that real quick. But yeah, Leon seems to be a lot more wary about different things. Then we have like... God damn it, I just literally had her name. I forgot you were here. Come on, say her name again. Velzy something. Velzard, okay. Like, Velzard did the whole, I don't know, glowy eye thing, looked up and basically deduced that Veldor must be severely weakened because, like, oh, his presence is so small, but he's suppressing it. Because, Vrimudu, because, like, he has to be careful in the Monster Nation. Or that would be dangerous and stuff like that. And I love that. I love how these things are interconnecting here. That's great. Other than that, yeah, back to Clayman at Milim. Like Guy said, and yeah, I think I want to keep calling him Guy instead of Guy. I don't know. This is one of those things where should I worry about proper pronunciation in terms of Japanese spelling or not? Can I look him up without getting super spoiled? I just don't know. Yeah, no, his like name is written as Guy, literally, just Guy. And they just like translated it as Guy, which I actually don't know whether that's correct or not, given the fact that most people seeing that name are gonna pronounce it as Guy. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep going with Guy for now until someone tells me that I shouldn't. Where was I going with all this? Yeah, Milim. He was saying that Milim is like, kind of dumb but perceptive. And you could argue that being friends with Frey, Sky Queen, and all that, you might have let her guard down, but like I don't know. First of all, the idea that Clayman could control Milim at all, period. The second thing being that Milim wouldn't notice him. Again, she is the perceptive type. If you could just slip on a mind control collar like that, I don't know, it seems too easy. Way too easy, and thus I'm calling shenanigans. Like he himself literally said that Milim might be playing around. Obviously they wouldn't know if she was being mind controlled, since it's not like, I guess they don't keep in touch necessarily, but that still is a thing. So I shall remain suspicious of the idea that Milim is being mind controlled here. What else? Yeah, Clayman going... It's a little bit over the top to me. Again, it sort of feels like one of those things where you want to make us hate him, but we already don't like him. It's not like you need extra effort of him punching around Milim. So the scene was like just unnecessarily over the top for me. Like, especially Clayman himself here. 2.5 seasons of him being the super composed puppet master. Okay, I don't know how composed, like if he ever lost that, I can't think of a moment. And like, then at the drop of a hat, just like that, he goes into mad cackling villain mode. Especially with Frey around. If you Frey, god damn it, I don't know. Like the point is, you're making yourself so many enemies, and you basically just be like, blackmail and coercion and threatening you into cooperation. And that's just begging to backfire in your face. Because, again, like, I assume Frey, god damn it, I'm gonna look up her name now. Slime, Frey. Yeah, it's Frey. Okay, thank you. Frey said something about a promise or, like, some reason why she cooperated there. Not blackmail per se, but it kind of started with the whole blackmail thing, like, oh, I have Milim now. Would you really want to oppose me? Stuff like that. And that brings us back to Korean too, because Frey does not at all seem to be on board with him, and she was the one who's like swooped in with a dagger to his throat. So if we assume that, first of all, Frey is definitely not on his side, Milim, I'm going with the idea that she's playing along. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to commit to it. I'm going to commit to the idea that Milim is not actually brainwashed. She is just playing along. For whatever reason. Then that would mean that both Frey and Milim, you know, the people who were around to kill Carrion, didn't really want to kill him. So he's probably alive. Fine and dandy and all that. Yeah. But well, as I did kind of like the scene with Frey just being, I don't know, sort of groomed by the other harpies. That was, I don't know why, it's just a super nice touch in terms of world building that she has attendants to, well, take care of her wings. I don't know. Like, you know, birds use their peaks to sort of like do with their feathers. I don't know what they're actually doing. I don't have a bird. Never had one, but I don't know. It's just a super nice touch for me somehow. God damn it. So yeah. You know, I just realized something. Of course, the whole thing with Rimaru's army, there's going to be some fighting involved on that side. But the Valpolis thing is just going to be more sitting at a table and talking. We are like kind of super excited for that, aren't we? So that's going to be a thing to look forward to, I assume. And that's not sarcasm, I genuinely mean that. Well, then again, like the goal kind of is to kill Clayman, so maybe fighting, I don't know. Can you just have a fight in the middle of super important Demon Lord meeting? Doesn't seem like it. In any case, such are my conclusions for this episode. Milim was just playing along. Leon, probably more to him than it seemed at first glance with Shizu's backstory. People are being wary of Rimuru. And the whole misinformation campaign that he's got going worked out a lot better than like he himself planned, I assume, because Velzad, I have a name, yeah, Velzad, even fell for it with the fact that Veldora is suppressing his aura, magicus, whatever. So, yes. All according to Keikaku. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to the next episode. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction, commentary, or whatever you want to call these things, maybe leave a like or a comment. Comment especially, huge motivational boost. Love reading them, trying to reply to every comment I get, if possible. And if you especially like this video, dare I say you might even subscribe. And if you do, I'll see you next time. Until then, bye.